session of our front court footwork offense course. I'm so proud of you guys. Congratulations. Today is all about you. We're gonna summarize, we're gonna review, refresh, and give you one extra, very valuable, one of my personal favorite tools for how to continue to improve even after all the assignments are done. But first, we have to summarize all the way back module 1, 2, and 3. It's amazing how far we've come. The first module, we covered the simplest step of prepping and moving forward to the net shot. We covered it on the forehand side, prep, left, right, as well as the backhand side. Prep, left, reach. We talked about keeping our non-racket arm up, outstretched with the thumbs up, which will keep our shoulder and body position stable as we approach the net. Then we talked about the recovery, coming back, the two ways of coming back. Prep, left, reach, and drag, where I'm dragging my foot to help me pull back, and the double hop on the front foot. Again, the drag, drag, and jump, and the double hop. Hop on my front foot. Let's see it on the backhand. Prep, left, drag, and the double hop. Hop, and back. So both of these are valuable. It depends on what you feel more comfortable with. Next, we covered the dead zone, this Bermuda Triangle of shots, of an area on the court where the birds go in and often don't come out because people play high-risk shots when they shouldn't. This is not the net. This is front court, but not the net. This is up tight at the net, not back here. So if you're aware of that, you won't fall for those traps. We learned about the movement towards those dead zone areas. And the difference being, compared to the front, that we have to get a very quick first step with our non-racket leg. Prep, quick step, out. Prep, quick step, out. We talked about being on the medium offense and the maximum offense. Prep, left, medium, and back. Prep, left, maximum, and back. So the only difference there being the contact point of the shuttle. Of course, we'd like to be up here all the time, but against a strong opponent, sometimes we'll be in the mid-range. But as long as our racket is still up and hopefully as high as the net tape or just below, then we can maintain that offensive position. Let's review on the backhand side. Same thing with the dead zone. Prep, and we get that quick step with our non-racket leg. Quick step, reach. And this step has to be quick because the shots are coming off the net, and those ones are approaching with more speed. Prep, quick step, reach. Quick step, up high. Quick step, reach. And now we know also how to combine both of those. So we can go back and forth. Prep out here, and back out here. And back out here, and back out here. Awesome. Later, we talked about the recovery from the shot that we've hit and how to prepare and anticipate your opponent's likely reply and what footwork to set up based on that. We talked about the straight net shot and how we need to recover in a hover position, not moving back too far. Otherwise, if we do, we're gonna miss the opportunity to maintain the offense because my opponent will be hitting back before I'm ready and I'll be too far away to optimize the offense. So after hitting the tight net, we need to take a hover hop and be ready and still low in our legs to follow up in two ways. Either the left, right again, or, and this is the only scenario where you're allowed to follow up with a flying fish jump. So I'm here, I hover and I step, or I'm here I hover then, I'm allowed to push off in the flying leg, flying fish motion forward. Let's show it on the backhand side. I'm here, I hover, follow up with the step, that left, right, follow up. And with the flying fish, I'm here, I hover, then I wait and go. Let's show it once for the lefties. Now let's show in combination. One on the forehand, one on the backhand. Challenge me to do it with my left hand. Forehand. I hover, follow up, and directly back. Backhand, I hover, follow up. Just as we anticipated the straight reply, we can also anticipate how to cover in the footwork for the cross-court net reply. So that one we learned looks like this. Now I'm hitting the cross net, so my recovery jump has to be over, ready to follow up the straight. Cross court over, follow up, straight. Now unfortunately, for those flying fish lovers, you're not allowed to do the flying fish from this way. Well, of course you're allowed, but you won't find it very beneficial because you need further distance. So in this case, we need to use the left-right footwork. It looks like this. Cross court, left, right. Especially for doubles and mixed doubles where we need to get all the way out to the sideline. We're gonna need that extra distance with the left, right, so we can kick out all the way out there when we need it. Let's try it on the backhand. Cross court, jump over, left, right. Cross court, jump over, left, right. The last thing I want to summarize has to do with the doubles and mixed doubles. We talked about how valuable it is to play doubles and mixed doubles, even if you consider yourself primarily a singles player, and vice versa. So it's really important that we do all the assignments in both the singles and doubles method, because that's going to help you become a more complete player. So for the doubles, we talked about in the third module, taking the more advanced follow-up, covering the predictable reply, but then being aware of the other options. So we did the push to the mid, followed it up here to close down the line, but then we know we can move straight forward if the reply comes there, or we can go cross court to the middle if the reply comes there. Similarly, on the backhand side, push covering the straight. If it comes there, great. If it doesn't, no problem. I can follow it up straight, or I can follow it up with long steps, cross court. Now, all the assignments that we did throughout the past 3 modules, I want you to keep those in mind. And if you need refreshers, if you're out on the court and you're feeling a little unsure, go back, reference those. Those are ways for you to continue the learning even after you feel like you've gotten to a pretty comfortable level. Because I can tell you from firsthand experience, your comfort level with this footwork is going to fluctuate. Some days you're going to feel like, oh, I got it, it's great, it's in there, it's perfect. And other days, you're not going to be so sure, you're going to forget, what did Anna say about this? You're going to have to go back and reference. I still reference all the notes that I took in my years playing internationally and working with top-level coaches. So that's totally normal and an important part of the learning process. So now that we've summarized everything we did in modules 1, 2, and 3, I want to tell you a new thing that we haven't talked about yet that I find and have found so valuable in my career as both a player and now a coach. And that is something called visualization. Now, visualization is so crucial because it's a way that you can train without actually being on the court. Because the reality is, people have busy lifestyles. Maybe you can't get to the court 4 or 5 days a week, or maybe even more than once or twice a month. So visualization is a way that you can continue training even if you're away from the court. And there are 2 ways of visualizing that are so valuable to me. The first is when you close your eyes and you want to be somewhere comfortable, relaxed, maybe if you're bored at the office or before you go to sleep, first thing when you wake up, you want to be calm, relaxed, and in a comfortable space. The first way to visualize is to close your eyes. Go ahead and do this with me. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel yourself doing the footwork move that you want to work on. So for example, let's talk about the simple forehand front court net movement that we covered way back in one of the first sessions. So we can all close our eyes and see ourselves doing our prep jump at the tee, then lifting our left leg and extending our racket forward to the net. So go through that a few times with your eyes closed. Go ahead. And feel what that feels like. Think about your recovery. Are you dragging your foot? Are you hopping off the front foot? And it's really important that you're honest with yourself when you're doing your visualization. That means you have to really feel what it feels like completely with the racket, the grip, the core position, your feet position, your non-racket arm, everything together. And go through and go back and forth 5 to 10 times, seeing yourself and feeling yourself doing it in the perfect way. You can then choose to do any of the shot combinations in this way. That's the first type of visualizing, where you're actually inside yourself, imagining as you would be doing it on the court. Because the cool thing is, your brain doesn't know the difference. Your brain can't differentiate if you've actually done it physically or if you've just thought about it. So there's lots of studies out there that prove that this is almost as valuable as being on the court and doing it in the physical way. So the second type of visualization, the first being we're inside our bodies thinking about doing the shot itself. The second way is as if you were watching yourself like a movie. So now you close your eyes, you imagine you're looking at the court on your TV screen and you can see yourself doing the footwork. And it's really crucial that you see yourself doing the footwork perfectly. Think of all the details we've talked about. Think about the feet position, the prep jump, the follow-up, the recovery. As many things as you can manage, try and visualize yourself doing. And make sure that you visualize those details in the correct way. Because in my experience, often in visualization, that's where your bad habits will somehow cheat in and reappear, even in your mind. So that's the opportunity to get rid of those and make sure that you go over it and repeat it several times in the correct way. I promise you that you'll find amazing results with this. And that's something great that you can do on your own now that this course is complete and before we see each other again for the next course. So now that we're masters of the front court footwork offense positions on the forehand side and the backhand side, it's time to think, how are we going to get ourselves in that offensive position in the first place? And that only builds up from having the shots from the backcourt that are going to force your opponent to give you that net reply. So I highly recommend that you enroll for the Smash Shot course that will fit perfectly together with being able to execute a shot that will lead to the opening at the net, where you can actually implement this footwork and see the results of how you're going to win the rally in an offensive way. So congratulations, you are now officially a graduate of the Better Badminton Front Court Offense Footwork course. I now officially declare that you have stepped your game up. See you at the next course.